Hey guys, so I am a little over 12 weeks pregnant and I'm here to do another pregnancy vlog for you all. So just to give you guys a little update, after last week's video, I have not heard from the doctor still. That was having to do with my antibodies that I mentioned that they found in my blood, having to do with me being Rh negative and all that. If you want some more information about that part, go watch last week's video. I'll link it up here. But I haven't heard anything, so no news is good news as far as what the doctor said. So if he didn't call me, he said everything was good. So I'm glad to not be hearing from him, if that makes sense. It's been a pretty normal week for me. Tired as usual, always so tired. As you guys know, my job kills me. It's long days. I go in at about 1 and I don't get off until about 11:30 or midnight, sometimes 1 o'clock. It just depends. So it really sucks to be feeling like crap while I'm there because I'm there for so long, and come about 8 or 9 o'clock, I just start to feel like garbage, which is not the most fun I've ever had. Because I still have to work and I still have stuff to get done, and so it sucks. So my two new main symptoms are I like to call it the witching hour. Turns out about 8 or 9 o'clock every single night. Mostly it's worse if I'm at work, but it still happens if I'm at home. I feel like a garbage dump. Like I get nauseous, I get sick, I just get like blah, and I'm just like dead tired. And if I'm home, it's not so bad because I can sit down and I've eaten pretty steadily throughout the day. But if I'm at work, it really sucks because I just pretty much sit down in the office for the remainder of my shift until I go home. And then I have a very long commute home after work, which sucks. It's become very predictable, which I guess is good, but it still sucks because I just know going into the day, no matter how good I feel at the beginning of my work day, by the time I get to the evening, I'm going to feel like crap. I haven't actually found a way to combat that yet. I'm just hoping it goes away in time. My second new symptom is this crazy heartbeat thing that I got going on. I don't really know how to explain it to you guys. Basically, if I'm doing something or if I'm not doing something, or randomly every now and then, my heart will just start pounding out of my chest like I just ran a marathon, and I will just have to sit down immediately. Like it just feels like I'm about to pass out. It's the weirdest thing, and I'm probably going to talk to my doctor about it because I feel like it might be a sign for something else. It's very difficult though because I won't be doing anything. Like I could just be laying in the bed or sitting on the couch, or yesterday happened while I was hanging up clothes, which is not a very labor intensive thing. And I'm a pretty active person. So I just get out of breath and like the room starts spinning and I just have to sit down, and it's terrible. And I feel like at work people think that I'm faking it or think that I'm just trying to do it so I can sit down. But obviously that's not the case because I'd rather feel fine. And then I will just lay there, or I'll sit there for like 15-20 minutes and it just won't go away, and I just feel like my heart is about to beat right on out of my chest. And I don't like to be slowed down. I like to keep going. I'm a very active person. I like to do stuff, and it's one of those things that just like dead halt, I gotta sit down. So I don't like that. But the baby this week is about the size of a plum, so it's about this big-ish. I don't think that I felt the baby move yet. I know some people say that they feel really early on with their, if they've had more than one child, but I've thought maybe a couple times if I'm like sitting kind of crunched up or I'm like bent over, but it could also be gas. So who knows? I know with Kadence, I don't think I actually felt her move until 16 weeks. So I've got a little bit of time. I'm just excited. I've been having these really weird like fears about giving birth this time. As some of you know, if you followed me through my last pregnancy, my birth with Kadence was really kind of over dramatic for no real reason. Kind of the doctors kind of gave me some advice that probably wasn't the best and advised me in a way that actually ended up being pretty detrimental for Kadence and I and resulted in an emergency C-section. And I definitely would not want to repeat that. So I think because of that, I'm just really, really nervous. I am just starting to get so nervous about it, honestly. Like, it is just something I think about a lot, and you know, you see all these things, and I'm a pretty naturally, you know, geared parent. I tend to, you know, try to do things healthy, and I do a lot of research about the right way to do things for your kids and the healthiest way to do things for yourself and for your kids. And I just am so nervous that this time I'm going to end up with some terrible birth experience again. And I feel like it's probably something I shouldn't be stressing out so hard about yet, but it really is just stressing me out. And Tim doesn't really understand because he wasn't there for Kadence's birth, and he doesn't really understand what it's like to have kids, and so he thinks, okay, well, what the doctors say is the best, but that actually didn't work out so well for Kadence and I. And I mean, obviously she was healthy, and I didn't, you know, nothing really terrible happened to me in the end, and we recovered fine, but it was just an experience, I think, that just left me really stressed out for a following birth. And so I'm very nervous that my doctor is going to tell me I can't try for a VBAC, or I'm very nervous that he will let me and he will end up, not him, but the hospital that he's at will end up pushing me into another C-section, or some sort of situation will happen like last time. So I have been thinking, there is a really, really nice hospital about 40 minutes away. I'm going to see how my next appointment goes, but because I'm just so nervous about it, I am thinking I might switch. I've asked a lot of people around here who have given birth, and they said that the other hospital is just so much better. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do. Obviously, I want Tim to be on board with whatever I do. It's just really hard because he doesn't understand, so he kind of goes along with whatever I say, but I want him to really understand why I want to make this decision, because he's just like, well, why wouldn't we just stay in this hospital? But, you know, I don't think he understands fully how difficult childbirth can be if you're not in the right place. So if any of y'all have had any experiences like this, let me know in the comment section below, because this is just something that is weighing on my mind like crazy, and I am just so nervous about it. Other than that, I've been doing fine. I feel fine. I'm a little emotional and snippy. I tend to get really short with people at work, and you know, kind of a little bit short with Tim sometimes when I probably shouldn't, but he tends to understand pretty well, and I appreciate that about him. But I just get really frustrated, and I don't really like my job all that much, so I think it gets really, really frustrating for me, and I just snap. When I used to be able to just be like, oh, let it roll, let it ride off my back, but I've been a little bit snippier than I probably should be in times, so that kind of sucks. I've been trying to stay calm and not freak out. I mean, I'm really happy, honestly, you guys. Like, I'm so happy to be pregnant, and I am so happy that it's going well so far and that I haven't had any major issues and everything's good to go. We're still waiting on our house, and, you know, we're rolling through the steps of the loan process and stuff. So I'm ready to get our house and get situated, and it's been so beautiful out here, and I've been able to go to the beach some with Kadence, and it's making me very happy. So I am very happy despite the weird symptoms I'm having, and despite the you know, weird feelings, and despite being kind of a little bit bitchy. I am very happy, and I'm very happy to be pregnant. Well, basically, guys, that's it for 12 weeks. If you have anything to say about anything I mentioned or anything similar has happened to you, put that in the comment section below. If you have any questions for me, also go ahead and put those in the comment section below. I'm always down for questions, and I'm pretty quick at answering you guys back unless I'm working. As always, if this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, make sure to check out the About Me down below in the description box. Just a little bit of a catcher-upper if you haven't watched me in a while, and a little bit of an introduction if this is the first time you've watched me. If you love my channel just as much as I love you guys, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next week for week 13. 13 is my favorite number, so maybe it'll be a really lucky week. Bye!